You got your commitment letter and are working on getting those conditions met so you can get final approval for your loan. This is Buying 101 with me, Daniel Joyce, leader of the Onyx team at eXp Realty. Follow Ford Joyce Realty on Instagram and Facebook, and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you haven't done it already, now would be the time to talk to your loan officer about locking in your interest rate. There is an expiration date on interest rates, and it will cost you money to extend the rate you lock in if that date happens to arrive and pass. Some loan officers wait for the files to be final approved or board approval if buying a co-op before locking in the rate to avoid these extra fees for their clients. This is a strategy and discussion you should talk to your loan officer about. They should also keep an eye on the rates, and if they go down, make you aware of this so throughout the process you can lock in a rate at the best time. As you are working on getting those conditions on your commitment letter met, there may be one that your attorney will have to do. That is the ordering of a title search and/or lien search, depending on what type of property you are purchasing. A title search is ordered for all homes except a co-op. A title search is where a title company searches the records with the buildings department in the city, town, or village in which the home is located in and sees if there are any violations, liens, and/or judgments on the homeowner and the home. It also checks that the certificate of occupancy is correct. The title search will also tell you the legal owner whose name is on the deed and who has legal right to sell the property. A lien search, on the other hand, used for co-op, searches for any liens or violations against both the shareholder and the co-op building. To find the legal owner of the shares in a co-op, you will need to see the stock certificate. Your attorney should order these before this point, but again, that is a discussion you can have with them because all attorneys have their own timing and way of doing things. Should a property have any liens, judgments, and/or violations on it, they have to be cleared prior to closing at the seller's expense, unless prior agreements were made. Okay, so title and lien search come in and all is good. You have your homeowner's insurance, you completed all the rest of your conditions on your commitment letter, the time for the file to go into underwriting one last time for final approval. After they check everything and nothing else is needed, you will get the clear to close. You did it. You survived the purchasing process. It wasn't that bad, was it? Oh, not quite there yet. Only a few things left now. One of them is that your attorney will work with the seller's attorney, bank attorney, title, and/or transfer agent to schedule a date for closing. After all you went through, this may be the hardest part. Getting 3 or 4 attorneys in the room on the same day is quite a feat. Once a date, time, and location has been agreed upon by all parties, then your agent and you will schedule a final walkthrough. The final walkthrough should be done a few days before closing. Can be done the day of closing, but that's not ideal because if there is anything that needs to be rectified by the seller, it is best to give them a few days. At the final walkthrough, both you and your agent will walk the property and make sure it is in the same condition as it was when you made the offer. You should check all appliances, light fixtures, and even under the sinks for leaks. Check hot water and that the shower and tub work, as well as the toilet. A few key points about the final walkthrough, in my opinion, are: 1. Have the final walkthrough during daylight hours. This is the best time to see if there are any issues. And the second is bring something like a phone charger, or I bring an outlet tester to test the outlets. So final walkthrough went great, and it is now the day of your closing. You will probably only receive the list of checks from your attorney that you need to get from the bank the day before or the day of the closing. I've seen that more and more these days. So give yourself enough time before the closing to go to the bank and still get to the closing on time. You should also always bring your personal checkbook should there be a need for a check at the closing table. And now you are officially a homeowner. You get the keys and you couldn't be happier and proud of yourself. And you know what? You should be. It is a great accomplishment purchasing a home. Only one last thing I always suggest to my buyers, and that is change all the locks on the exterior of the house. You do not know how many copies of those keys have been made and how many of them have been handed out to people. So you should always do this before you move in. That's it. Thanks for watching and graduating Buying 101. I mean, honestly, you probably don't even need me at this point to purchase a home. But if you do, or you have any other questions, please contact me at. Remember to follow me at 4Joyce Realty on Instagram and Facebook, and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel.